Now, as a disclaimer, the Bible doesn't directly mention AI by name, obviously. It doesn't mention artificial intelligence. However, I do believe the verses we're about to discuss are pointing directly to AI. They're talking about AI. And whether or not you believe that, there are things all throughout the Bible that are very pertinent to social media and the algorithms behind social media and the way that we are to live in light of this new digital age that has AI in it. The place that I'm talking about in 2 Timothy chapter 4, the first 5 verses of 2 Timothy chapter 4. Paul writes, I solemnly charge you in the presence of God and of Christ Jesus, who is to judge the living and the dead, and by his appearing in his kingdom. Here's the thing he's asking for him, because he's charging him with this. Preach the word. Be ready in season and out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with great patience and teaching, things that the word is good for, he says elsewhere. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but wanting to have their ears tickled, they will accumulate for themselves teachers in accordance to their own desires. Some translations even say, will make for themselves teachers in accordance to their own desires, and will turn away their ears from the truth and will turn aside to myths. So the first and main part here of people wanting their ears to be tickled and then making or accumulating for themselves teachers in accordance with their own desires that tell them what they want to hear. Well, most AI that we have will tell you exactly what you want to hear. Will tell you that whatever you say is good or right or encourage you in whatever direction that you tell it that you want to go in. That can be a big problem and cause a lot of dangers itself. But I always read this verse thinking this meant that we would, elevate people who told us what we want to hear. Whenever I had read this verse previously, and then, I haven't read this in a while. I was just going to bed and it sort of popped in my mind. And I was like, whoa, that sounds like AI. And so we've created for ourselves teachers in accordance with our own desires. And people will turn their ears away from the truth and turn aside to myths in verse 4. I mean, how many people today live their life rooted in myths, rooted in stories? We get our idea of what situations should look like or how we should act from movies or from TV or from video games. You watch a Marvel movie and you think, oh, that's how you should act in that. Or you just frame your world around those myths, even though you know their stories. People do this with AI made stories now, right? And then verse 5, but you be sober in all things, sober in absolutely everything. Endure hardship, do the work of an evangelist, and fulfill your ministry, because God has given you personally a ministry. AI can be a good and useful tool when used properly, but stay away from the AI muck and actually enjoy your life with God and the purpose He designed you for.